Good day guys, this is PK Okran, your number one AutoCAD consultant. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos and then leave feedbacks to upgrade my page. Now, today we are going to focus on the hatch command, on the draw toolbar. But first, immediately you open the AutoCAD command, you just see your recent document, the recent things that I drew, that is my personal things I drew, and then you just see start drawing. So you just left click on the start drawing, and then the worksheet will just open. Now the last time we tackled the polygons and then the rectangles, the arc, circles, polyline, then the line command. This time we are moving on to the hatch command. When you click on the arrow over here, we have gradients and then we have boundaries also. But now we are focusing on the hatch command. It says fills an enclosed area or selected objects with hatch patching or fill. Now we only indicate the hatch area when an object is cut or a part of an object is not available. So you hatch that area for everyone to see, anyone that understands drawing, to see that that area has been cut off. That area has been cut off. So we are just going to use the hatch command to just section parts that we want people to see, or that is not visible to people, but we just want people to see when it is being cut off the areas. So let's take you just select this arrow, you choose a rectangle. So using the rectangle, I'll just draw a square or a rectangle. So it says specify first corner on the task bar. So you just specify your first corner and then you specify your next corner. So I have this rectangle. We are just going to dive a little bit into detail. So let's apply what you've learned so far. So I'm going to pick the line command, and then just divide this rectangle into two, diagonally or inclined. I'm going to diagonally divide this rectangle into two. So I'll just left click on my line command, specify my first point at the top right corner of my rectangle. So I just left click and then drag my mouse to the bottom left corner, and then I'll just left click, right click, and then press enter to make the line command inactive. So I have diagonally or inclinedly, or let me say recedingly, divided my rectangle into two. Now let's see how we can use the hatch command. So I just want to hatch one portion of this object. So I'll just select hatch. It says it fills an enclosed area. Now as I've divided these two, this side becomes a separate enclosed area, and then top side also becomes a separate enclosed area. So I just want to hatch the top side, the top enclosed area. So I'll just select hatch. Then I'll move on to my page where I want to hatch. So I said the top area. Now when we look at this, as you can see, I just placed the mouse at the top area and then it has already been hatched. Now let's say you don't like the design, you just want to use a different design to represent the hatch. So when we look at this here, we can see pattern toolbar. You can see a pattern toolbar. With this pattern toolbar, you can choose any type of design that you want. So I'll just scroll down using this arrow. You can go up and then down. So let's say I'm going to choose this one. So left click and then I'll bring it to my what do we call it, my work area. So it's a little bit huge, a little bit wide, so I can just reduce this over here. I can just reduce it so that when I place it here, it just reduces my hatch option. So I'll just left click. You just move on to this side just to make it very small or very visible to see the hatching. You can just place it here. You can just reduce what do we call it, how big it is. You can just reduce it into smaller shape. Now let's pick another hatch command. let's pick another hatch command. So I just press escape and then all this thing will show. Now let's move on to the home command. Let's pick hatch again. I'll just left click on the hatch command, and then this side also needs to be hatched. Okay, so I've just divided this one into 2 separate hatches. I hope you get me now. So you just leave your feedbacks, and then if you want more explanation. Now let's move on to another object that can also be hatched. Let's take the polygon. So you just select, you enter your number of sides. So I'll just choose 5, and then you specify your center, inscribe or circumscribe. I'll choose inscribe, and then I'll draw my polygon. Now I'll just choose line command and divide my polygon into 2. Right click and then enter. Now you choose the hatch command, and then this time around I'm going to change the shape of my hatching. So here we have concrete hatch. I'll just left click on the concrete hatch, then you select the place or the area you want to hatch. So I just want to hatch this area and then leave this area. Let's go move up to the home command and then proceed. So the hatch creation, it just shows the last part of the toolbar. So anytime you select the hatch command and then you want to see what actually goes, so you want to highlight and then make it very big, you just move to the last part of the toolbar and then you're going to see. So let me move back to the home command. So home command, let's take circle. So you select circle, you select your center, specify your center, you open up, and then your circle is drawn without using any dimension. You're using a dimension of your own. So I'll just choose the line command again to divide my circle into 2, or let's say 1/4 of it, and then left click, right click and enter. So I'll choose the hatch command and then choose another hatch design. So I'll choose this. It's too bright, so let me change it. Okay, let me take this one. So this will be my hatch command. This one is also too bright. This one is also too bright. Okay, let's choose the angle. Okay, also bright, but let's manage it this way. So as you can see, I have hatched 1/3 of my circle and then leaving 1. Okay, hatched 1/3 of my circle, leaving 1. So you can just reduce it to any what do we call it, figure that you want. You can just reduce it to any figure that you want. You have so many diagrams, and then it's just amazing. It's just amazing. You can just super hatch everything. Okay, thank you very much, and then I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. So this is how to use the hatch command. How to use the hatch command. So